In this video, I want to give you 2 tips for closing more prospects into appointments. So the first is language, and let me just show you what I'm talking about. There's a guide we give you how to follow up on your booklet leads that's really critical to read. In fact, some advisors say you need to study it. But let me point out the point I want to make here. It's on page, I think 11 or 12. Let's see. It's on page there you go, page 12 of a 31-page document. It says, when you call, your script is simple. Mr. Jones? Hi, Mr. Jones. I had to call you because you're a neighbor of mine here in Northeast Philadelphia. You were on the internet and you requested some information from my website about retirement. You know, it's such a coincidence you live just 8 miles from me. You're on Elkton Street and I'm over here on Broad Street. My name is Bob. How long have you lived here in Northeast Philadelphia? Now, does this paragraph have the word booklet in it? Nope, it calls it information. May I ask, or I'm curious, what was it that motivated you to request information about retirement, life insurance, getting a higher interest, whatever it is? Again, do you see the word booklet here anywhere? Please don't use the word booklet. Don't say you ordered a booklet, or I'm calling because you got the booklet, or something like that. Why? Because in their mind, they don't remember, maybe they don't use the word booklet. Maybe in their language, they use the word report, or they use the word guide, or they use the word thing. Who knows what people you call things in their mind. So if you say something about a booklet, they'll search their memory and say, booklet? I don't remember ordering any booklet. And so if you find yourself getting people having answer you, well, I didn't order any booklet, stop using the word booklet. Use the word information, and then you will have a general word that you're inquiring about, and people will say, oh yeah, I'm interested in that. Or they might even say, I don't remember ordering it. You can say, well, that's okay, I'm sure you're busy. Don't get freaked out if they say that. Look, it was 48 hours ago, 72 hours ago. They say, I don't remember ordering that. You say, listen, I know you're busy. You probably got a lot of things on your mind. May I ask, what would have motivated you, okay? What would have motivated you to request information about IRA rollovers? Is that something that's been on your mind or you had questions about? That's the way you open the call.
Now, the second issue is understanding the world from the prospect's point of view, not from your point of view. So let me explain. Mrs. Smith, she's out on the internet looking for whatever. She's, just browsing around. She comes across our ad. She sees this booklet about ways to get more retirement income. She says, well, that sounds really interesting. She fills out the form. And then, she's looking around the internet some more, and she looks in her Facebook feed, and she, responds to a couple posts that her friends, posted. And then she sees some political thing and she gets all irritated and riled up and she comments on it, and and then the phone rings and she speaks to her friend and she says, oh, yeah, I can't believe somebody posted this, and God, isn't that irritating? Okay. And then and then she has to go do something else in her life. And then later on the day, she logs onto the internet again because she got divorced about 6 months ago, and she decides she's put herself on some dating sites and see if she can meet some nice local men, and then whatever else happens. And then the next morning, she wakes up and she gets this call that her grandson Johnny was on his bike and he was in an accident, and she goes running to the hospital, and then she comes home and then her phone rings and it's you. And you say, hi, Mrs. Smith, listen, you had requested some information on retirement. Now, is her brain focused on your agenda? The answer is no. She has a lot of things going on in her life, and I promise you that ordering the booklet was not the number one priority in her life. So you must understand that, so that when you call her, you understand that this booklet that she ordered, that she happened to be online and won't even remember anymore because, she was on the dating site and she was irritated about the political thing, and then her grandson was in the hospital. There's all these other things that happen, and this issue of ordering the booklet was an interest that she expressed at that moment, but it's not like it's on the top of her mind. It's not like this is the burning need in her life. So when you call, please understand where her brain is at, that she might say, wait, what are you talking about? I don't remember, That doesn't mean she didn't order it. She absolutely did. And in fact, we have proof of every single response from a prospect. So we employ a third-party service that captures a snapshot or a video of them filling out the form online. So every lead you get is legitimate, and we have proof of that. The fact that the person says they don't remember means just that. They don't remember. It doesn't mean they didn't fill out the form, which we have proof that they did. So please understand, the prospect's point of view in life is not your match with your agenda. Your agenda is, I want to get a new client. I want to make a sale. And her issue in life is, look, I've got lots of things that are in my mind. And, I saw this book about retirement. I just retired and it kind of caught my interest. And, and that's where she's at. So when you call, your first call is you've got to warm them up. Hi, Mrs. Smith. Listen, I'm a neighbor of yours here in Ohio, in Southeast Ohio, and you happen to be passed by one of my offers on the internet yesterday about retirement. And if you don't remember, that's fine, because I know you're busy. But I had to call you because you're just 8 miles away from me, and it was just such a coincidence how close you were. How long have you lived in this area? And he said, well, 8 years. Well, okay, well, great. Well, listen, I've lived here all my life. In fact, I went to college at Ohio State, and, I went to, Buckeye High School, here in Southeast Ohio. And, do you have any friends or relatives that may have also gone to Buckeye High? And she said, no, they went to over here. My kids went to this. Okay, well, great. Well, listen, what would have motivated you about getting some information about retirement? Have you recently retired, or are you retiring? That's how the call needs to sound. It's not like she's there like, I'm so glad you called because I ordered this booklet and I just couldn't wait to talk to you. So please keep things in the perspective of the prospect's mind rather than your own mind.